Hi, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing okay and doing well. If you're new here for the first time, my name's Ivy, and if you are returning subscribers, then thank you very much. Today's video, we have a lot of sayings, don't we? Like Bob's your uncle, or the grass is greener on the other side. And I thought I'd just look up where they might have originated from. Okay, so if you do enjoy this video, please think about subscribing. It's free. You just have to press the subscribe button and then the notification bell till you get to all, and then YouTube will notify you when I next upload. So let's get into this. Talking about Bob's your uncle, that's the one I'm going to start with. These are in no particular order. Well, Bob ain't my uncle, but it's a saying. It originated in the United Kingdom, likely stemming from British Prime Minister Robert Gascoigne Cecil, or Lord Salisbury. And he appointed his nephew Arthur Balfour as Chief Secretary of Ireland in 1887, an act of nepotism that became a source of public amusement and the basis for the phrase, Bob's your uncle. Okay, next one, bite the bullet. This likely originated from the practice of soldiers biting on a bullet during painful medical procedures without anaesthesia, to distract them from the pain and prevent them from screaming or biting down on their tongues. Okay, the third one, costs an arm and a leg. This originated in the United States. Some believe it to have come from the idea of paying a high price, like losing an arm or a leg in an accident and having to pay a lot for medical bills. Yeah. Piece of cake. Now this originated from the cakewalk, which was a competitive dance performed by enslaved black people that mocked the over-refined manners of the plantation owners employed at their formal balls. The winner of the cakewalk received a cake. Eventually the term a piece of cake evolved from this practice. If you can just bear with me for 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. So that was a piece of cake. Next it's break the ice. So this originated from icebreaker ships that were constructed to be strong enough to push through patches of ice in the ocean. Flogging a dead horse, or beating a dead horse, originates from the mid-19th century, referring to the pointless act of continuing to try and make something work when it's already beyond repair or has no chance of success. Actions speak louder than words. Found in literature and is hundreds of years old, was first seen in Gershom Bulkeley's book Will and Doom in 1692. Actions are more significant than words. That's in John chapter 1, verses 3 and 18. Dear children, let us not love with words or tongue, but with actions and in truth. Don't judge a book by its cover. We've all heard that one before. George Eliot's The Mill on the Floss, in the novel, the character of Mr. Tulliver uses it when discussing the history of The Devil by Daniel Defoe, suggesting outward appearances can be deceiving. The grass is always greener on the other side originates from an ancient Greek poet, Ovid's writings. Gained wider recognition through a 1924 American folk song, The Grass is Always Greener in the Other Fellow's Yard. The saying serves as a cautionary reminder that people often perceive other people's lives and situations as better than their own, and that can lead to dissatisfaction and envy. Another one, better late than never. Originates from a direct translation of the Latin phrase. I'll put the phrase sorry, on the bottom of the screen because, yeah, we're not going to try that. Its first recorded use in English appears in Geoffrey Chaucer's The Canterbury Tales, which is classic literature. Was first seen in 1386 in the Yeoman's Tales, also from the Canterbury Tales. For better than never is late. Never to succeed would be too long. Okay. And a couple more. Bury the hatchet is said to come from Native American peace agreements, where burying a hatchet knife symbolized a peace agreement. Okay. Mad as a hatter stems from the 18th and 19th century hat making industry, where the hatters used mercury nitrate, a toxic compound in the hat making business process at that time, leading to mercury poisoning and erratic behaviour. Raining cats and dogs, used to describe heavy rain, and is thought to have originated from sailors associating storms with witches and their black cats, which became signs of heavy rain for sailors. Now, one for the road. This phrase was used for its final drink before heading home. It comes from the practice of allowing prisoners one final drink at a country inn along a street which is today known as Oxford Street before heading to their execution. Dead as a doornail. Medieval carpenters nailing doornails, which were particularly thick, had a practice of first striking them all the way in, then hammering the head sideways in a way that ensured it couldn't be pulled out or used again. Such a nail was appropriately called a dead nail. Get off scot-free. The most likely origin of this phrase comes from medieval England, where peasants had to make their feudal lords a payment called scotage. However, the poorest peasant would be exempt from this payment, thus going scot-free. And the last one, my friends, sink or swim. In medieval times, the practice of judging a person's innocence was by casting them into a lake. So if the victim sunk, they were innocent. But if they floated, they were guilty. They had no chance, did they? And those are just some of the sayings that, you know, I picked out to see where they originated from. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please don't forget to click that subscribe button and also to press the notification bell till it goes to all, and then YouTube should notify you when I upload a video. Anyway, my friends, have a lovely day. Look after yourselves and each other. Do not let the negative people win. They're just jealous. My friends, let's keep smashing this life. Ready for a cup of tea? Now, yeah. Don't forget, please watch the video to the end if you can, because it really does help to support and push my videos out there. I'll see you soon, my friends. Thank you for taking time out of your day to watch my video. I appreciate it. Lots of love. God bless. See ya.